DBS News. Fresh in the morning, eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation expects an improvement in its fleet of trucks for garbage disposal in the coming weeks. In news from the region, no injuries reported after an American Airlines flight encounters difficulties after landing in St. Vincent. And on the international scene, the U.S. President Donald Trump pardons nearly 1,600 people over the Capitol riot and begins the exit from the Paris climate deal. Well, good morning. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Major Morning News. The details right after this.
Softweave has something special for you. Introducing Softweave's new Christmas design paper towel. Now this is your chance to win big for the season. Purchase Softweave's Christmas design paper towel and get a chance to win one of 9 amazing prizes. Prizes include $1,000 cash, $500 cash, shopping vouchers, hams, and turkeys. So hurry now. Grab your Softweave Christmas design paper towels and win big. Make this season merry and mess-free. Softweave Christmas Edition. Promotion ends January 31st. See in stores for details.
Terms and conditions apply.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Petro Caribbean. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribbean straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribbean. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribbean. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean. Petro Caribbean.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
DBS News.
Welcome back. First up in the news this morning, the General Manager of the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation, Florian Mitchell, says its fleet of trucks for collection will improve significantly in the coming weeks. His statements come following concerns from the public over the state of garbage collection around the island.
In terms of the amount of vehicles that we need, from what we see, we need 10 functional truck per zone to be able to maintain our daily collection schedule as is. As we speak, we have 2 functional compactor trucks, 3 tipper trucks that are utilized. We have another vehicle that should be up and running by Wednesday, and the plan is to repair 2 or 3 vehicles within the next 3 weeks, and we have received finance from the Ministry of Finance to help that out. We have already started ordering the parts, so those things are in the pipeline. So we're hoping that when we are able to unpack those elements, and again through the promise of the Prime Minister making a few trucks available, I don't want to run the numbers, I think it's between 6 and 10 trucks, brand new trucks that we'll be receiving. It will help us with our fleet stock. But in the meantime, the whole issue of reducing, the whole issue of separating, the whole issue of education is warranted.
And that's the General Manager of the Dominica Solid Waste Management Corporation, Florian Mitchell. Destination Marketing Manager of the Discover Dominica Authority, Andy Ravaria, says Dominica's Carnival product must be protected. Her comments following the opening and national parade for Mass Dominic 2025 on the weekend. She says the opening and national parade was highly encouraging.
And then we have the 2 cruise ships in port, and you could see the visitors, how they have immersed themselves in everything that is happening, the joy, they joining the band, dancing and so forth. This has been an amazing experience here, and walking from Goodwill to the city, I couldn't stop smiling because I could see the passion in what is going on here, and how every single person that is out on the street is they are just there, just enjoying themselves, hugging everybody, just showing so much love. And I mean, that is something that, we have to emphasize, how much Carnival brings people together, and how much people are just so engrossed in everything Carnival here. And we have such a unique product offering. We have something that is so different, something that we want to ensure we maintain. That's part of our heritage, that's part of our culture, and we gotta protect it. We have to protect it. And honestly, I'm truly excited and looking forward for March 3rd and 4th and 5th. That's another thing that we don't highlight, that our carnival does not just end on the 4th, but it ends on the 5th, unlike other carnivals in the Caribbean. And it ends with one of the most culturally significant components of our carnival, that is the burial of the carnival spirit, Tewe Vaval. And I think that in itself is a component of carnival that can further sell carnival.
A destination marketing manager at the Discover Dominica Authority, Andy Ravare. A Trafalgar man charged over 7 years ago with the murder of his brother has been reunited with his family after he was sentenced yesterday morning to time served. Eustace Williams pleaded not guilty of murder but admitted to manslaughter. As Ronaldo Luke reports, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Shuma Dirampal, said that based on the case circumstances and evidence, it was a manslaughter case and not a murder.
According to the facts of the case, on April 2, 2017, McGlaw was playing domino at a shop in Trafalgar when his brother arrived intoxicated and attempted to join the game. An argument ensued and McGlaw slapped Williams several times in the face. Moments later, William was seen walking with a stone which he used to strike his brother on the left side of his face. McGlaw was transported to the then Princess Margaret Hospital, where his conditions deteriorated. Doctors discovered he had a fractured skull and he was admitted to the intensive care unit. However, he succumbed to his injuries on April 4, 2017. According to the pathologist, McGlaw died of neurogenic shock caused by severe head trauma. In his plea in mitigation, defense attorney Darius Jones urged the court to show leniency, describing Williams as a quiet, remorseful man with no prior criminal record. He highlighted Williams' cooperation with the police and genuine remorse, and also highlighted the significant delays in the case, noting that it took over 7 years to conclude the preliminary inquiry, which involved less than 10 witnesses. In her submission to the court, the Director of Public Prosecution, Shuma Dirampal, categorized the case as manslaughter by reason of provocation, highlighting Williams' spontaneous reaction after being slapped and followed by his brother. She classified it as level B, medium, with a starting sentence of 20 years and a range of 10 to 30 years. She noted mitigating factors including Williams' previous good character, remorse, cooperation, and intent only to cause bodily harm and not to kill. Considering procedural delays, his guilty plea, and time on remand, the DPP recommended time served as the appropriate sentence. In his ruling, Justice Colin Williams determined that the case was manslaughter by an unlawful act, rejecting the classification of manslaughter by provocation. He noted that the death occurred during an unlawful and reckless act and categorized the offense as level C, medium, and established a starting point of 12 years. His lordship acknowledged the mitigating factors, including Williams' previous good character, remorse, cooperation, which he says outweighed any aggravating factor. This reduced the sentence by 2 years. Another 1-year discount was granted for procedural delays, and full credit of 1/3 was given to the convicted man for his early guilty plea. With Williams having already spent 7 years, 9 months, and 2 weeks on remand, the final sentence of the court was time served. Ronaldo Luke reporting for DBS News.
And we say thanks to Ronaldo Luke for that excellent report. In some more news this morning, while Dominica's Olympic gold medalist Thea Laffour-Gadson and St. Lucia's Olympic gold medalist Julian Alfred are among guest speakers for the 14th Phenomenal Caribbean Women's Symposium. The symposium is carded for January 25th at the Intercontinental Dominica Cabrits Resort and Spa. The 2 Olympic medalists will be joined by Regina Walsh, Don Williams and Ernestine Theophile Lafort as the other guest speakers. Athenia Henry is the acting CEO of VF Inc.
Tia is coming with a wealth of experience. She's going to talk about her triumphs, her trials, her tears, her commitment, her frustrations, and final her triumph. Along with her will be the Olympian Julian Alfred, who hails from St. Lucia. These 2 phenomenal Caribbean women has made the entire Caribbean proud. And she too will be sharing her story as she breaks history as the first athlete to win both the World Indoor 60 meters title and the Olympic 100 meter gold. Regina, she will give you her story of her commitment to cultural development, to community development, support of young athletes. Mrs. Ernestine Theophile is one of our other speakers. Ernestine Theophile Lafont is actually the mother of Tia Lafont, and it will be great to hear from a parent in terms of, as a family, how they had to sacrifice, how they had to be committed, how they had to always see the silver lining, and to inspire parents to encourage your children. And of course, Dawn, she's in the financial and banking services sector, and she's a trailblazer. She's a trailblazer as to be appointed the first chief executive officer of the St. Kitts Nevis Anguilla National Bank.
And that was the acting CEO of VF Inc., Athenia Henry. Representatives from 19 countries across Trinidad and Tobago have begun a 3-day trade mission in Dominica. The 2025 Dominica Trade Show, which is a collaborative effort by the Dominica Association on Industry and Commerce, the DAIC, and the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association, got underway yesterday. The event is aimed at fostering trade and investment opportunities between businesses in Dominica and Trinidad.
Beyond the business transactions, beyond the meetings and agreements, this is a mission about relationships. Relationships that will continue to grow long after the event ends. It is about fostering trust, mutual respect, and a shared vision for prosperity. It is about recognizing that we are stronger together than we are apart. And it is about understanding that by working together, we can achieve the kind of economic growth that benefits not just our businesses, but our communities and our nations. I encourage each of you to approach this mission with open minds and a readiness to embrace new possibilities. Take full advantage of every opportunity to learn, to connect, and to collaborate. Engage with your counterparts and beyond. Explore new markets, create new partnerships, and build the foundation for a brighter, more prosperous future.
And that's the president of the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce, the DAIC, Brenton Hillier. Meantime, Minister for International Business, Trade and Energy, Dr. Vince Henderson, highlighted the importance of collaboration between the 2 countries.
But Trinidad and Tobago and Dominica, we have a long history and connection. And as far as culture is concerned, Dominica and Trinidad and Tobago, I think we are very closely linked. We have been able to maintain the calypsos. You are also our sole competitor with the real mass, Carnival. So we are connected in so many ways that I'm very happy we are meeting, looking at opportunities for collaboration, partnership, for the mutual benefit of our people. This is also within the framework of the Caribbean single market and economy. For our relationship to work, there must be mutual trust. We trust you when you say you can supply the entire Caribbean. We expect you also to trust us when we say we have a product to supply the Caribbean. If we fall short, we're prepared to accept that. But what I would encourage is that we can work to build the capacity within the region. If one country is producing some product, we should work to ensure that we, in fact, can expand the capacity of that country so that that product can be readily available within the Caribbean single market and economy. And this is why I'm very happy that we will have the opportunity to discuss with private sector manufacturers in Dominica who can work with you in collaboration, not in competition.
Minister for International Business, Trade and Energy, Dr. Vince Henderson. Let's head into news from the region this morning as there are no reports of injuries after an American Airlines flight 909 traveling from Miami suffered a blown tire shortly after landing in St. Vincent. The aircraft came to an abrupt stop shortly after landing, and witnesses heard a loud bang when it was passing the terminal building, and people saw smoke coming from the landing gear area. The firefighters promptly tended to the aircraft, leading to the evacuation of its passengers. This marks the second occurrence that American Airlines has experienced at St. Vincent International Airport. On June the 5th, 2021, an incident involving a bird strike led to the rejection of a takeoff by the airline's Boeing 737 MAX 8. And on the international scene, the U.S. President Donald Trump has signed a number of executive actions, including starting the process of withdrawing the United States from the World Health Organization and declaring a national emergency at the southern border. He issued nearly 1,600 pardons in connection with the Capitol riots on January 6, 2021, and many prisoners are expected to be released within hours. The U.S. President is also ordering the federal government to restore the freedom of speech and prevent government censorship of free speech, and he's also establishing the Department of Government Efficiency, which is an advisory board and not an official government department. Well, that's the news. Let's recap the headlines. Dominica's Solid Waste Management Corporation expects an improvement in its fleet of trucks for garbage disposal in the coming weeks. No injuries reported after an American Airlines flight encounters difficulties after landing in St. Vincent. And President Donald Trump pardons nearly 1,600 people over the Capitol riots and begins the exit from the Paris climate deal. That's the news. Stay tuned for sports.
Not only does it make your white the cleanest and brightest, the benefits of using Clean and White bleach are endless. The sterilizing property of Clean and White bleach is beneficial for several household purposes. Clean and White bleach has the ability to remove mold and mildew from hard surfaces, serve as a disinfectant for household items like a kitchen and bathroom area, and even your baby's toys. Clean and White bleach is available in various sizes at Fine Food. Call 617-6342 or order on Click and Collect your Clean and White bleach today. Clean and White bleach available at Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
Well, welcome to the morning sports. Let's bowl off with some cricket news. The West Indies women's under-19 team suffered another setback in their campaign to win the Under-19 Women's World Cup, while the ladies suffered their second straight defeat, this time going down to Sri Lanka as the tournament continued this morning in Malaysia. Sri Lanka batted first and posted 166 for 5 in their 20 overs. Selena Ross took 2 for 25 for the West Indies. Dominica's Amia Gilbert was very expensive, conceding 21 runs in the only over she bowled, while the West Indies were then dismissed for 85 runs to lose the match by 81 runs. So the West Indies, their next game will be against Malaysia tomorrow night, but they've already lost 2 matches going down to India and Sri Lanka. In some more sports, well, mixed results for the Orion Academy as the Sports Division Secondary Schools Volleyball Championships continued yesterday at the Convent High School grounds. Orion Academy girls got the better of the Convent High School B team, winning in straight sets, but the Orion Academy boys went down to the St. Mary's Academy in straight sets. They lost that game 25-19, 25-16, and 25-19. The games will continue this afternoon with 4 matches at the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School grounds. We will see the ITSS taking on the Castlebrook Secondary School in the female and men's divisions, and the games will start from 2 o'clock. While at the Maslaughter Indoor Facility, the Dominica Grammar School will play the Portsmouth Secondary School in both the men's and women's divisions, and these games will start from 2 o'clock as well. Meantime, in some schools, netball, while the Portsmouth Secondary School got the better of the Goodwood Secondary School 24-18 in the under-16 division yesterday. We had Stacey Henry converting on 13 out of 17 attempts for the Portsmouth Secondary School, while Jewel Benjamin made 11 out of 18. While for the Goodwill Secondary School, Marie Montuy made 11 from 17 attempts. In the other match, in the under-20 division, well, the Dominica State College, they pounded the Wesley High School 45-16. Nayabeli Paquette made 17 out of 27 attempts, and Akilia Daisy 28 out of 36 attempts for the State College, while Shaisha Jermaine made 12 out of 18 for the Wesley High School. In some other results, well, the Dominica Grammar School won by default over the Pierre Charles Secondary School, and we can also tell you that the tournament continues today with 1 match in the netball, and that's the Pierre Charles Secondary School taking on the Dominica State College, and that game will be played in Granby in the under-20 division. And the Castlebrook Secondary School, well, they defeated the Dominica Grammar School 3-1 in the only match played in the Sports Division's 13 and under Football League yesterday. That game took place at the Newtown Savannah. Malachi Joseph scored a brace, and Gianni Morillo also got a goal for the Castlebrook Secondary School, while Tylon Theophil got the lone goal for the Dominica Grammar School. Let's stay with football news because the FIFA talent coach Kurt Hurd says he's impressed with what he saw on the weekend following the Dominica Football Association's first regional talent club program. Over 100 footballers were on show for the event held at the DFA Technical Center in Stock Farm. Hurd, who is on island assisting the DFA with talent identification and football development at the grassroots, says Dominica has a lot of potential.
To be quite honest, I was taken aback just with the passion and love of the game here, which has really filled me with a hope that we can do something really special in my 2 years here. I never expected 100 plus players to turn up to the event. Again, it just shows the love and passion for the game and the opportunities that
All right, as a FIFA identification coach, what are some of the things that you'll be looking to see or get from the players over the next 2 years?
So we're looking to create a best v best. So we've got the RTCs where we bring the best players in. We're then looking to just increase the contact time. So we want to work with these players 3 to 4 times a week. We want to make sure that they're playing against the best players that they can. So we're going to create competitions between the RTCs so that when we go to international competitions, when we play countries from nearby, that we're ready for the competition. And that's what we're looking to do in the next few years.
All right, in terms of your role, direct role, what will be your role with these RTCs, the various coaches? What are some of the things that you'll be doing with them on a daily basis?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot. Everything's going to be very hands-on in terms of creating the curriculum and creating a methodology of how we want to work, so that everybody's doing the same stuff. We're then, I'm going to be going around the RTCs where I may not be leading, but there'll be a lot of coach education. I will be leading a lot of the stuff, but a lot of coach education, a lot of player education on nutrition, rest, recovery, making sure we've got everything in place for this to be a successful program.
All right, and in terms of what you saw today, like you said, you're quite pleased to see over 100 kids today. Just talk to me a little bit more as to, how the day went specifically in terms of what you saw talent-wise.
Yeah, like I said, the numbers were phenomenal. The talent-wise, for me, we were looking at how they move physically, and then it's, how they release and receive the ball, I think is the first, it's the most important part of the game, releases, receive. So we took that into account. We've wrote down a number of players that we would like to watch again, and we're going to bring them back in on Tuesday for a second look in a more sort of a more intimate way, and then we'll then look to bring them into the RTCs from that point on. But looking at how they control, how they receive, how they release the ball, and then just seeing even, who's coachable, who has a good attitude, who was on time, who spoke well to the coaches, who thanked the coaches, little small things like this, as people that you can work with.
And that's the FIFA talent coach, Kurt Hurd. Michael Anthony stole the spotlight, setting a new national record in the under-20 boys 110 meter hurdles. And Anthony, who is not currently attached to any club, accomplished the feat during the Dominica Athletics Association's second developmental meet on the weekend at Benjamin's Park, where he ran a time of 15.4 seconds, breaking the previous record held by Julius Henry in 2008. Delaney George from the Aspirers Club also set a new national record in the under-15 boys 80-meter hurdles. He ran a time of 12.1 seconds. The previous record was 12.73 seconds, set by Damian Frank in 2009. Well, there were no qualifiers for the upcoming Carifta Games, but there were still some noteworthy performances. Aspirers Athletics Club and Striders Athletics Clubs, where they dominated the sprints events. Jurelia Marcel of the Aspirers Club won the under-17 girls 100-meter event, running a time of 13.3 seconds. Kamadi Victor, also from the Aspirers, won the under-17 boys 100-meter events, while Daniel Fergus of the Striders took home the under-20 girls 100-meter event, and Abby Burton of the Aspirers Club won the boys under-20 100-meter race in a time of 11.2 seconds. The former Olympic athlete, Luan Gabriel, she won the women's 200-meter race in a time of 26.1 seconds, and Abby Burton was the fastest man in the 200-meter event as he ran a time of 23.3 seconds. Let's go back to some cricket news as the West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews says that her team has to continue doing the right things as they look to take an unbeatable lead in their 3-match ODI series with Bangladesh. Well, the West Indies ladies won the first ODI by 9 wickets thanks to an unbeaten century from Hayley Matthews. The West Indies will meet Bangladesh in the second ODI in St. Kitts starting this afternoon.
Obviously coming out here and wanting to have a pretty dominating performance, so yeah, I guess really happy with my own performance, but at the same time even happier that it could contribute to the team's success. Obviously coming into this series as the higher ranked team, we do want to go out there and I guess stamp our authority, so yeah, it's really good that we could get the One Love win to go up in the series, but yeah, still 2 more crucial games to go that are going to be very important for us. Yeah, well, we've obviously got World Cup qualifiers coming up, which is going to be super important, and this is the only ODI series that we do have before it. So this is, I think, really good warm-up, really good practice for us and really good preparation. So yeah, I think like tonight, once we can use it well, we'll be in good stead for the qualifiers. Yeah, it's obviously a great start to the year. But look, I think kudos to Kiana as well. What a day, I guess, to have her first ODI half century. And she's been someone that's been coming along so well for the last 6 months or so. So it was really nice to share the crease with her and I guess have another really big partnership together. And yeah, hopefully it's just the start of things this year.
And that's the West Indies women's captain, Hayley Matthews. So the West Indies will be taking on Bangladesh in the second ODI this afternoon. First ball is at 2 o'clock. And of course, the West Indies are leading the series 1-0 thanks to that big century from Hayley Matthews on Sunday. And they're hoping to take an unbeatable lead in the series this afternoon. Well, that's where we'll come to the end of the DBS that should be the morning sports report. Of course, I've been your presenter along with Hazari Williams, my linksman. Gavin Richards saying good morning.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. It's now 7:33 here on Your Nature Isle. Up next, coming up shortly, we'll bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, I'd like to remind you of your Kalinago word of the day for today. And today, we have your big head in Kalinago. So, one for the children this morning. Wairiti Bichike. Wairiti Bichike. Your big head in Kalinago. Wairiti, Wairiti, Bichike, Bichike. Wairiti Bichike. Your big head in Kalinago. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, for from 6:47 roughly for another edition of your Kananaga Word of the Day here on your nation station, DBS Radio. Up next, your morning's weather report made possible compliments Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan. Big Edge, cash in a flash.
At this time, we say good morning to Keisha Dubeek with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather report from the Dominican Meteorological Service at Douglas Charles Airport for today, Tuesday, January 21st, as recorded at 7 a.m. Today's weather is expected to be fair to occasionally cloudy skies, breezy to windy conditions, and a few showers mainly during the morning. Conditions at Douglas Charles Airport were cloudy and breezy. Surface winds southeasterly at 40 knots or 28 kilometers per hour. Present temperature 26 degrees Celsius or 79 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall at the Douglas Charles Airport was 1.8 millimeters, and the total rainfall for the month so far is 106.5 millimeters. The sun will set today at 5:58 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 6:46 a.m. The high tides today will be at 8:11 a.m. and 9:21 p.m. and the next low tide will be at 3:41 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Les Antilles. A high pressure system is expected to be the dominant feature across the area during the next 24 hours. Parties of low-level clouds are expected to move across the area, resulting in occasionally cloudy skies with a few showers, mainly during the morning period. Additionally, breezy to windy conditions will persist across the region. Moderate to rough seas are expected to continue during the next 24 to 48 hours, with waves expected to peak to near 10 feet along the northern to eastern coastline and to near 7 feet along the west. Locally rough seas are anticipated, and all sea users and people living near to or traversing coastal areas are advised to be on alert and to take necessary precautions. Sea bathers are advised to stay out of the water. Now for the forecast for today and tonight. Synopsis. A ridge pattern is a dominant feature. Forecast for today. Clear to occasionally cloudy skies, with breezy to windy conditions, and a few showers mainly during the morning. Forecast for tonight. Partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy and breezy, with some scattered showers. Wind is northeasterly to easterly at 25 to 40 kilometers per hour with higher gusts. Sea conditions moderate to rough in open water, with waves peaking 1.5 to 3 meters or 5 to 10 feet. A small craft warning is in effect. For updated information on weather conditions, log on to our website at weather.gov.dm or call 266-4490 for further information. Like our Facebook page, Dominican Meteorological Service. Follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met. Follow our WhatsApp channel 618-3469. Reports from Douglas Charles Airport, I'm Keisha Dubeek.
And we thank Keisha Dubeek for this morning's weather report, made possible compliments Big Edge Financial and Flow Dominica Limited.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS Radio.
20 minutes before 8. Up next, we present the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board, made possible compliments the Central Cooperative Credit Union and Valley Engineering Sales and Services.
Doudou, ou te oblige an bawa se mwen mitre la ou ouzo kon sa? An wale kote Valley Engineering pou wanje zafen.
Get back on track. At Valley Engineering, we offer a wide range of high-quality auto spare parts designed to keep your vehicle running smoothly and efficiently. We offer the best parts and accessories at affordable prices. Ensure safety and reliability for every journey. Come to Valley Engineering. Our experienced and knowledgeable staff will gladly assist you. Call 448-5008, 448-2279, or 615-1310. Valley Engineering, 64 years of service to the people of Dominica.
Valley Engineering, merci en loup, merci en chai, merci autant.
Thanks again for your continued patronage.
And now, your community bulletin board.
Domlec wishes to inform its customers at Fallbow Wall, Snug Corner, Bellevue Chopin, Pettit Savant Settlement, More Lofty, and the entrance of Pishla that their electricity supply will be interrupted today, Tuesday, January 21st, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. This interruption is necessary to allow Domlec to carry out vegetation management between Fallbow Wall and Bellevue. Additional information is available on Domlec's website at www.domlec.dm under scheduled outages. Domlec appreciates your understanding in this matter and regrets any inconvenience caused. Dowasco informs customers at Geneva and Pishla that their water supply will be interrupted today, Tuesday, January 21st, between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. for the purpose of carrying out system maintenance. Dowasco regrets any inconvenience that may be caused and thanks its customers and the general public for their understanding. Dowasco informs customers at La Plaine from Willys Junction to Balasier of an unscheduled water service disruption caused by a damaged pipeline. The company is actively working to replace the pipeline and restore service as quickly as possible. Customers in the affected areas may experience either a complete water outage or low water pressure over the next 24 to 48 hours. Dowasco apologizes for the inconvenience and appreciates the patience and understanding of its customers. Updates will be provided as the repair work progresses. UE announces continuing and professional education courses in the following starting on January 27, 2025. Building and Construction Management, 10 weeks. Advanced Counseling, 13 weeks. Customer Service, 6 weeks. Entrepreneurship and New Venture Creation, 10 weeks. Financial Risk Management, 10 weeks. Fundamentals of Special Education 2, 10 weeks. Human Resource Management 1, 6 weeks. Introduction to Counseling, 13 weeks. Introduction to Supervisory Management, 13 weeks. Principles of Teaching Young Children, 10 weeks. Public Speaking and Professional Presentation Skills, 10 weeks. Sales and Marketing Management 1, 6 weeks. Quantity Surveying, 10 weeks. 6-week courses cost $300. 10-week courses cost $500. And 13-week